Hi there, I'm here to help walk you through the process of making an Epson print. The first thing you're going to want to decide is whether you're going to make a print on matte paper or on photo luster paper. For this demonstration, I'm going to make a print on matte paper. So I have turned this printer on, the power button, and then the first thing that you're going to want to do is run a nozzle check. There's a little thing of instructions right here. But what you really need to do is come down here to the ink button, push that, select nozzle check, select print check pattern, and then it's going to print a nozzle check pattern for you. Our nozzle check is done, so we're going to take a look at that. We're going to look and see if there are any gaps in any of the lines here, and I see a couple of small ones in the MK and the orange, but those are really tiny and nothing to worry about. If you do need to run a head cleaning, there are instructions on this panel right here how to do a head cleaning, and if you have questions about that, you can just ask us. Okay, so now that our nozzle check is done, we're ready to sit down and set up our print. I've logged into this workstation, and the first thing I'm going to do is come up here to the Apple menu and choose System Preferences, and what we're going to do is set our display profile. We're going to click on the Displays panel, and then you're going to go to the Color tab, and you'll see a list of color profiles, and you'll notice one at the very top that says MCAD and the date, and you'll notice a very subtle shift in colors when you do that. This is our calibrated color profile, so if you forget to do this, none of the colors on the screen will match as well with your print, so please make sure that you do this. Once you've done that, you can quit out of this. So now that I have set my display profile, I'm going to copy my file over and get that open. In this case, it is on my student server or staff server. I will go to the Go menu in the Finder. I will choose Connect to Server. That will bring me to this window. I will log into studio.mcad.edu. I will enter my credentials. That will open up. I will find my file, which is this guy, and I will copy it into the temp storage partition of this drive. The temp storage drive is the only place you'll be able to copy a file. Now that that file is here, I'm going to drag that file and open Photoshop. So now that we have gotten logged into Photoshop and opened our file, we're going to make a bunch of settings. All of the print manuals are available on our intranet page, which is at serviceb.mcad.edu. If you go under Quick Links here, you'll see Epson print manuals. You can click on that and find the manuals for all of our printers if you want to follow along that way. Now, we're going to make a bunch of settings. I'm going to go under the Edit menu and check my color settings. Those should be set to North American Prepress 2. Click OK. The first thing we're going to do here is soft proof, which is choosing a color profile so that we can see more accurate colors on the screen. We go to the View menu, choose Proof Setup, and then go down to Enhanced Matte because that's the kind of paper that we're printing on. And once that's chosen, you may or may not see some shifts in color on the screen, but now is the time when you would want to make any color critical edits or decisions because the paper profile we have picked is the one that we're going to be printing on. Next, we will go to the Print menu, File, Print, and that opens up this window. We will go into the printer list and we will pick the Epson P5000. That will be the only Epson printer listed. And then we will go down here to where it says color handling. Right now it says printer manages colors. We will change that to Photoshop manages colors. And then you'll notice this printer profile menu becomes live, and we will click on that, and you'll see a whole bunch of color profiles. For the matte, we're going to scroll all the way to the top and choose Enhanced Matte Paper MK. Don't worry, this information is listed in the manuals, so you don't have to memorize this. And then we will choose Print Settings. Once the print window is open, we will click Show Details, and we will choose our paper size. What paper size we choose depends on how Papercut charges for what we're printing. So you'll notice on the top of each printer there's a handy little sign that tells you how much the paper is and what the cost of typical common sizes are. So if we make an 8.5 by 11 print, it will cost us $1.49 on this printer. So I'm going to choose US letter for my print. As a side note, there are many preset paper sizes on here. There's US letter, there's 11 by 17, there's 13 by 19, and you can always come down here and choose Manage Custom Sizes to set up your own custom paper size. Just keep in mind that whatever you set as your paper size, that is what Papercut will charge you for the cost of the print. If you want to set up a custom page size, there are instructions on how to do that in the manual. Once we have our paper size chosen, we're going to click on this pull-down menu that says Layout and go to Printer Settings. And here we just want to verify that page setup says Roll, media type says Ultra Premium Presentation Paper Matte, that's the same as Enhanced Matte, and Matte Black for the ink. We also want to make sure that these two settings are grayed out and color mode is set to off. Output resolution can be set to Super Photo 1440, and these two boxes can stay checked. Then we want to go back up here and choose Roll Paper Settings. If you're printing something that is narrower than 17 inches, you can choose Auto Rotate to make sure that the print prints as short as possible, saving you a little bit of money. And you set the width of the roll to 17 inches here, and then click Save. Back in the main print window, we just want to verify that our print looks good in this preview window, that the orientation is correct, that the margins are correct. Keep in mind that this window is not color accurate, it's just to check the orientation and verify that everything looks good. And then I will come down here and hit the print button. And the print monitor will pop up, and we can keep track of our print processing over there. You'll hear the printer come to life and start printing. It's important to keep in mind that you need to have money in your Papercut account. If you don't have any money in your Papercut account, or you don't have enough money in your Papercut account, then the print won't go through. So check your Papercut account. I would recommend checking your Papercut account before you print to make sure that you have enough money in your account. And then also, once you've made a print, when you're logged in here, you can come over here to this tab that says Recent Print Jobs, and it will show you a log of all of the things that you've recently printed, including this test print that I just did. For the inkjet prints, if you do something that, if there's a mistake, if there's a lot of banding or some other problem with the print, you can click on this Request Refund link, which will bring up this form that you can then fill out and submit to us, and we will process it from there. And by the time that you have checked on your Papercut account, your print will probably be done. When it's finished, the printer will cut it from the roll, and you have your nice print here. When you're done making an inkjet print, don't forget to come over here and turn off the printer, please. Thanks very much, and don't hesitate to get in contact with us if you have any questions or need help. The good thing about once you have learned how to use these small Epson printers is that you can also use the larger 7900 Epson printers down here, which will print on a 24-inch roll. They work in the exact same way.